All right, y'all. So I'm going to talk to you about shutter angle and shutter speed. Shutter angle was used back in the day for film cameras, real film cameras. It was this little disc that would be in front of the aperture or the iris, and it'll let the light in. It'll be either a 360 or 180, 45. And so 180 degrees is what you would usually use for 24 frames per second. But also, it's what you would use at 60 frames per second. If you just keep it at 180 shutter angle, you don't have to change your shutter speed when you go up in frame rate. So when you're using shutter speed, you're gonna be, if it's 24 frames per second, you're gonna make sure it's 50. If it's 30 frames per second, you're gonna make sure it's 60. If it's 60 frames per second, you gotta make sure that it's 120 or 125. And that's because these are DSLRs, or they're cameras that are used for photos. So that's why usually photos are done by shutter speed. So when you go on the cameras like the Reds or the Alexas or even the C100s, you'll be looking at shutter angle. The reason why I tell you this, I was on a shoot a long time ago. I was used to shutter speed. The DP told me, hey, make sure you're at 180. I was like, 180? So I was trying to put the shutter speed at 180, and I asked him the stupid question. So how do you change the shutter speed to 180? We're shooting in 24. And he said, let me break this down to you. So for everyone out there, you're shooting on a cinema camera, remember shutter angle, 180.